Hey everybody, Josh from Rising from the Ashes. Just wanted to touch in with everybody. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I'll tell you exactly why. Uh, One of my last ones that I did make, I mentioned that I wanted to chronicleize, uh, even if I went homeless, what a relapse is. And it did, it happened. I was right back to where I started. But luckily, glory be to God, I had enough wisdom and I had enough willpower to go somewhere for help. I took my own advice, and it's proven to be the best decision I ever made in my life. Um, I went to a rehab, and it was one not here in Tennessee, my hometown. It was one in Kentucky, and I strongly recommend the Genesis program. Uh, it really helped me. It gave me the aha moments that I so desperately needed. Um, I'd been trying to work a program um, for many years. I'm a chronic newcomer. Well, anyways, I now have about the 23rd of this month in November will be my 2-month mark for me. And I'm starting over anew. I'm starting over from scratch. This time I'm going at it like I've never done before, for one thing. No more willpower. I had to X that out. There's no such thing as willpower when it comes to me and alcohol, any mind-altering substance. There's no such thing. It's took me years to finally realize what I'm afflicted with, and it's the damn thing. If it's the only disease that tries to convince you that it's not a disease, um, it, there's no doubt in my mind now. I sat there, and while I was going through my relapse and everything, um, it was like I was on the outside watching myself just throw everything away, but yet I could not stop. Um, I gained more ground than I ever had in that 11 months sobriety, the first time ever as an adult. Um, that I thought maybe I could snap myself out of it. There is no snapping out of it. So I got that through my head, but I also got through my head that there is a solution. Um, Luckily, I've been introduced to it before, and I'm just very grateful to be more willing than ever to work it. You might notice a change in me. Literally in appearances. No more ponytail. I got my He-Man haircut by the power of Numbskull. Um, but I do that at life-changing times. The last time I cut my hair was when my grandfather passed away. And it ain't gone too far. Be honest with you, still got it. That's probably why my hair looks like He-Man and shit, because I wanted to keep the ponytail. I thought about it, being Rise from the Ashes. This is a Phoenix-based channel, about rebirth. Thought about burning it, but then I was like, I I don't want to relapse. It still smells like weed. Hell, I could probably get high off of it if I lit it up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. But I might give it to some squirrels, let them make a new home out of it. Or they could smoke it. Hell, maybe they could just stop at one strand. Uh, but literally, anytime that I introduce any kind of mind-altering substance, it becomes my go-to. Um, as far as coping with life and managing life, to the point to where it becomes unmanageable. I mean, literally, it started with one joint. Next thing you know, I'm getting a quarter. Next thing I'm smoking every day. And then hell, I did cocaine before I did beer. I mean, it blew my fucking mind. I had no idea because that's not really my drug of choice. But regardless, the disease I have actually centers in the mind. It starts there, an obsession. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people can think that willpower has a lot to do with it. No. Um, it's one of your worst enemies. I'm very blessed that, I've gotten all the medication to handle my bipolar. And I think that's what's helped me to get to the point to where I can actually face the fact that I'm facing now. That I've used up my right to chemical relief. And I truly believe that today. And it's something I got to remind myself every day. And there's a new practice that I do. I mean, it's a practice I've tried before, but I've failed miserably. You have to be at a certain point of honesty, especially with yourself. And that's one of the things that was very difficult for me, to be honest with myself. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. It's one of the biggest things. When I come to accept the present moment and everything in there, I'm finding that it is an answer. It is the key to me being able to live a life instead of survive it. If you're going through it right now, I'm telling you, you don't have to. It takes a little bit of work and it takes some time. I mean, it's been 13 years that I've been trying, that I'm finally getting on track again. I can finally let that old me pass like a jogger. I mean, just they were flying, but pass away. I don't have to be that no more. And it's cool because in a way I'm starting to discover who I truly am, be more authentic. I mean, there's a lot of power in that. If you're struggling and you want to be this, want to be that, think about who you truly are. I mean, for one thing, and it's a firm belief I have, we're all children of God. We all have a higher power, and we're all part of it. So I try to treat them accordingly, with that respect, and I'm finally starting to treat myself that way. And that's a big game changer in itself. The depression and the manias have been eased. I found out too that you can't truly be diagnosed if you're active in alcoholism or addiction. I mean, it does mess with it. So I'm working with therapy now. I'm in a halfway house. I live now in Kentucky. The last time that I had the sobriety, there's one thing I didn't change, and that was everything. And I still had some people, places, and things that I went around, and I can't do it. If I want to live a new life, I have to act like a new person. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm looking off. I'm looking at me in the camera. I need to look at the eye of the camera. Give you all that respect and show you the authenticity of this statement, that you can do it. You can do it. There's nothing but air and opportunity, and as long as you got a breath, you got a purpose. I don't care what point you're at, whether you're in the gutter, whether you're living on the streets, or whether you're working in that high rise, running an office. It doesn't matter. Everybody has their own different bottom. Everybody has their own point where it becomes unmanageable. And if you're at that point, there is a solution. We can get a new employer. And I'm telling you, it's way better to work. I tried working for him, but I worked half-assed the last time. This time, whole ass in. Whole ass in, you know. But just think of all the blue skies you have ahead of you. I believe in you. Ain't nobody told you I love you. You're loved. You're worthy. And you deserve it. Please, please, please don't give up. I love you guys. This is Rising from the Ashes signing off. I'll see you guys in Kentucky. Love you.